Hello everyone, good day for all. Welcome to Ayurveda, a smart way to Ayurveda. In the last videos, we have seen the fourth chapter of Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana. Today we will be discussing the fifth chapter. I am Dr. Kavya Vasudev, Assistant Professor, Department of Samhita and Siddhanta. Please subscribe to my channel and enable the bell button for continuous updates in Samhita. Let's move to the video. Fifth chapter, Dravadravya Vijnaniyam Adhyayam. Adhado Dravadravya Vijnaniyam Adhyayam Vyakhyasyaamaha Idhi Hasmahurathrayadayo Maharshayaha. Adhata Dravadravya Vijnaniyam Adhyayam Vyakhyasyaamaha Idhi Hasma Ahuhu Atrayadayo Maharshayaha. Adhata Dravadravya Vijnaniyam Adhyayam Vyakhyasyaamaha Itiha Sma Ahuhu Atrayadayo Maharshayaha. In the last three chapters, that is in the Dinacharya, Ritucharya and Roga Anutpadani Adhyaya, mainly the description of Viharas has been mentioned, and from this chapter onwards the description of Ahara is being told. Ahara is of two types, that is Drava and Adrava. In this chapter, the Ahara which is in the Drava form are being mentioned. Different categorizations of Drava Aharas has been told in this chapter and they are called as Varga. The Vargas which are present in this particular chapter are Toya Varga, Kshira Varga, Ikshu Varga, Taila Varga and Madhya Varga. Moving with Toya Varga. Paniyam praninam prana vishwamevacha tanmayam. This is a quotation from Ashtanga Sangraha Sutrasthana which shows the importance of water. Water is the sustainer of life and it is full, the entire world is full of water. Absolute avoidance of water is not at all possible. This Toya or Jala is of two types mainly, that is Divyam and Bhauma. And this Divyam is again classified and two types of Divyam are Gangam and Samudram. So in this chapter, the initial shlokas starts from the properties of Gengambu. Gengambu, Jivanam Tarpanam Hridyam Hladi Buddhi Prabodhanam Tanu Avyakta Rasam Rishtam Sheetam Lakhu Amrutopamam Gengambu Nabhaso Bhrashtam Sprishtam Tu Arkendu Marudehi Hita Hidatve Tadbhuyo Deshakalava Pekshate. Jivanam Tarpanam Hridyam Hladi Buddhi Prabodhanam Tanu Avyakta Rasam Mrishtam Sheetam Lakhu Amrutopamam Gengambu Nabhaso Bhrashtam Sprishtam Tu Arka Indu Marutaihi Hita Hidatve Tat Bhuyo Deshakalau Apekshate. Jivanam Tarpanam Hridyam Hladi Buddhi Prabodhanam Tanu Avyakta Rasam Mrishtam Sheetam Lakhu Amrutopamam Gengambu Nabhaso Bhrashtam Sprishtam Tu Arka Indu Marutaihi Hita Hidatve Tat Bhuyo Deshakalau Apekshate. The properties of rainwater which has come in contact with the sunlight, moonlight and wind is Jivana, that is it improves the quality of life. Tarpana, it helps in satiating. Hridya, good for the heart. Hladi, it's soothing the mind. Buddhi Prabodhana, stimulates intellect. And Tanu, thin. Avyakta Rasam, which the taste which cannot be perceived. Mrishtam, it is purificatory. Sheeta, cold. Lakhu, light to digest, and Amrutopama, it is compared with Amrita because of its similar properties. The rainwater or the Gengambu, whether it is good or not, decides based on the place where it is being poured on or the season in which it is being rained. Gengambu Pariksha. Yena Abhivristam Amalam Shalyannam Rajate Sthidam Aklinnam Avivarnam Cha Tatpeyam Gangam. Yena Abhivrishtam Amalam Shali Annam Rajate Sthidam Aklinnam Avivarnam Cha Tatpeyam Gangam. Yena Abhivrishtam Amalam Shali Annam Rajate Sthidam Aklinnam Avivarnam Cha Tatpeyam Gangam. The boiled rice should be kept in a silver plate, Rajata, and add Gengambu to that. And if that Gangambu doesn't make the Anna neither moist or does not changes its color, that Gangambu is good for drinking purposes. The next variety of jala, that is samudram. Anyatha samudram tanna patavyam masad ashvayujad vina. Anyatha samudram tat na padavyam masad ashvayujat vina. Anyatha samudram tat na padavyam masad ashvayujat vina. Seawater should not be used for drinking except in the month of Ashvayuja Masa. ऐन्द्रमम्बु सुपात्रस्थम् अविपन्नं सदा पिबेत् तदभावे च भूमिष्ठम् अन्तरिक्ष अनुकारी यत् शुचिपृथ्व्यसितश्वेते देशे अर्कपवनाहतम्. ऐन्द्रम् अम्बु सुपात्रस्थम् अविपन्नं सदा पिबेत् तद् अभावे च भूमिष्ठ आन्तरिक्षानुकारी यत् शुचि पृथु असित श्वेत देश अर्क पवनाहतम्. ऐन्द्रम् अम्बु सुपात्रस्थम् अविपन्नं सदा पिबेत् तद् अभावे च भूमिष्ठ आन्तरिक्षानुकारी यत् शुचि पृथु असित श्वेते देशे अर्क पवनाहतम्. The rainwater should be collected in a clean vessel, and if it is not changing in the color, taste or odor, it is suitable for drinking purposes. In its absence, we can collect the water which is present in the earth, which resembles the properties of rainwater, which is being collected from a vast place that has black or white colored soil and which is exposed to sunlight and breeze. Dushtambu, the water which is not fit for drinking purposes. न पिबेत् पङ्कशैवाल तृण पर्णाविलस्त्रितं सूर्येन्दु पवनादृष्टम् अभिवृष्टं घनं गुरु फेनिलं जन्तुमत्तप्तं दन्तग्राह्यतिशैत्यतः अनार्तवं च यद्दिव्यमार्तवं प्रथमं च यत् लूदादितन्तुविन्मूत्र विषसंश्लेषदूषितम्. न पिबेत् पङ्कशैवाल तृण पर्ण आविलास्त्रितं सूर्य इंदु पवन अदृष्टम् अभिवृष्टं घनं गुरु फेनिलं जन्तुमत् तप्तं दन्तग्राही अतिशैत्यतः अनार्तवं च यत् दिव्यम् आर्तवं प्रथमं च यत् लूतादि तन्तु विट् मूत्र विष संश्लेष दूषितम्. न पिबेत् पङ्कशैवाल तृण पर्ण आविलास्त्रितं सूर्य इंदु पवन अदृष्टम् अभिवृष्टं घनं गुरु फेनिलं जन्तुमत् तप्तं दन्तग्राही अतिशैत्यतः अनार्तवं च यत् दिव्यम् आर्तवं प्रथमं च यत् लूतादि तन्तु विट् मूत्र विष संश्लेष दूषितम्. The water which is not fit for drinking has the properties like mixed with mud, algae, weeds and leaves etc. That is Panga, Shaivala, Trinaparna, Avilastritam. Suryendu Pavanadrishta, which is not exposed to sunlight and wind. Abhivrishtam, which is a mixture of the previously poured rainwater and the new or fresh water. Khanam, which is thick. Guru, which is not easily digestible. Fenilam, which is frothy. Jantumat, containing worms. Taptam, the hot in nature. Dandagrahi Adishaityataha, by called very cold in nature, so it causes the tingling sensation. Anartava, the rain which is in unseasonal. Yet Divyam Artavam Prathamam, though seasonal, the first rain. Lutadi Tandu Vinmutra Visha Samshlesha Dushitam, the water which is contaminated by the webs, saliva, urine, feces of spider or other poisonous materials etc. These water should not be used for drinking purpose. Today we have seen a few shlokas from Toya Varga in the 5th chapter of Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana. We will be continuing the rest in the upcoming videos. For more updates on Samhita, make sure you subscribe the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.